This is Las Vegas Real Estate Now, where we bring you the 3 E's: educate, empower, and engage. I'm your host, Harvey Blankfeld, along with our co-host, Shelley Brown, and we've been selling homes here in Southern Nevada since 1988. Shelley and I are also very proud to be part of the Real Estate Radio Network. That is a national network of local real estate professionals delivering timely, balanced truths about local market conditions. And with us in studio, we have Forrest Barbee, who's our broker. Tell us what's going on right now. Tell us about units closed.
Well, we're up about 6% as far as single-family homes. That's the good news.
Year over year.
Year over year, about 6%.
Okay.
You know, prices are going sideways. We're seeing modest growth.
Right.
But reality is, as a market, even though that's good news, we are definitely lagging behind other markets.
Right.
In other words, the recovery is slow, steady, but it is definitely lagging. Places like Northern California, Orange County, Arizona, they're back to the peak where they were years ago, and we're a long way from there.
What about high rises? What's going on with high rises these days?
High rises, you know, we're back to about 2013 levels in terms of really a nice increase over the last couple of years in units sold there. So obviously the financing is coming back a little bit.
Good.
There's a lot of confidence in that market. And the same thing with condo townhomes. I think we're selling a lot of condo townhomes because what you're seeing is that we're selling far fewer single-family homes below $250,000.
Just aren't that many out there.
No, I mean, we're down to about 64% of the market in that area. So that's driving some of that buyer population into condos and townhomes.
One of the other things I know you like to look at is those like quartiles or the breakdown of the price points, where you talk about financing by price point. So talk about that just a little bit.
Yeah, overall, you know, 36% of our closings last month were financed through conventional financing.
36%.
36, but that's, again, that is lagging behind other major markets, which are closer to the 50%. Under 250, it's a huge difference. I mean, you're only seeing like conventional financing is 28%.
Right. Okay.
Cash is still dominant. You've got some investors in there.
Right.
But once we get above that 250 mark, then we're seeing 51% of all those finance transactions are conventional.
Conventional. There you go.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
And cash is a smaller piece of that. 500 to 750 is in the same range.
Is it?
And also that's kind of where the unit situation is going. In other words, 0 to 250, fewer and fewer units.
Right.
There's no momentum there. Once we get to above 250, now we don't have the problems with either the underwriting, the appraisal, and that's the two areas, 250 to 500, 500 to 750. We're actually closing more units each month.
They have a new buyer's contract that, and you have to understand, guys, as our listeners, I want you to understand that I'm going to tell you that the vast majority of every home sold in this valley is done with the GLVAR contract, and we all use the same contract. And now they've just changed it, and there's some pretty dramatic changes, right?
Oh, dramatic, yes. Although I'm kind of in alignment with most of the changes. This is now, unless you negotiate carefully, this is now predominantly a seller's contract.
It's geared more towards the sellers, less protective of the buyer.
Yeah, but it also conforms to what we did a year ago in October when we implemented CFPB and TRID.
Right.
Right? The whole deal there was now it's the lender driving that train when there's financing.
Right.
And they need time. And even then we realized they need some time at the end where there's no drama.
Right.
So if we're not asking for 45 to 60 days, then we're probably not doing the right thing in the transaction. But that buyer now needs to have a more considered conversation with their lender before saying this many days or that many days.
Right.
You've been listening to Las Vegas Real Estate Now with hosts Harvey Blankfeld and Shelley Brown. Please tune in every Saturday at 11 a.m. right here on News Talk 720 KDWN.